Just before this session, Werner was here, and we overlapped more or less some of the questions that we might ask you, and that would also just circle around the scrummaging and the scrummaging aspect. And some of the questions that came out here is why is the URC DHL Stormers, why are they so good, and why are they so adapted, and what can you do better? And just talk us a little bit about what you anticipate this weekend with these guys.
So obviously we've been working very hard on our scrums, very hard on our mauls, and yeah, it's still an ongoing process. It's starting to get a lot better, and I think this weekend, well, all of the Springboks are resting, so, but you still have at the Stormers side, you still have Brock that's very experienced, and you have Ali that's also very experienced, and Neetling Fshir is coming up, also very experienced youngster. So yeah, it's gonna be a big physical battle up front, but yeah, I think it's gonna be a good one.
You talk about the mauls. You've been successful, and that's been a trademark of the Bulls for many years. But there was some time that you had a dip in in the effectiveness of how you apply the mauls. Do you think it's a question that your opposition has caught up, especially with the Stormers as well, that they caught up with your technique? Sometimes they just squeeze you from the sides. What's there to develop as far as that is concerned?
I think obviously they have a different type of defense set on the maul. So yeah, I just think we tried something new, and it didn't work that good, but it still worked at some stages. But yeah, you can't be predictable. You have to try new things. So I think we're back on track at the moment. It's been a successful time when it's coming to the mauling time. So yeah.
And I suppose also it's a foregone conclusion, the team that makes the least mistakes, obviously the team that's going to be less under pressure, and obviously work from there onwards.
Yeah, definitely.
So
and it
your
also
set pieces are going to be very, very important to us.
Yeah, and it also comes down to your fundamentals at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Who can do it better?
Talking of keeping mistakes to a minimum, how important will it also be to control emotions in what is a derby, a North-South derby that's taken on a different level of significance over the past 3 years?
Everybody knows Stormers Bulls. It's always a big North-South derby. It's been always since I was a child, always watching on TV. It's been a big derby between the two teams, and I think, yeah, if you can control your emotions on the field and just take in the atmosphere, it's going to be a good day on the pitch.
How do you deal with the prospect of such a big game? I mean, the URC itself is a big tournament where you're playing in hostile environments, in Leinster, Munster. But how do you channel that particular game emotionally?
Me personally,
Yeah.
I don't know. I just seem to like I'm very calm when I know what I'm supposed to do on the field. So, and if everybody knows the detail, everybody knows everything that they have to do. Yeah, I think that's how I deal with that type of energy around me.
Die Stormers, ons weet hulle het altyd Springbok in hulle voorry en hulle kom met 'n groot skram, maar daai ouens sal nie daar wees Saterdag nie. Dink jy dis 'n kans vir julle om die druk op hulle te sit by die skrams?
Soos ek ook net voorheen gesê het, ek dink dit nog steeds hulle hele front row het nog steeds baie experience. Hulle hele pak het nog steeds baie ervaring. So ek meen jy het ook 'n klomp ouens wat in die tweede ry soos Ben Jason hulle wat daarso is, en ek meen as jy praat van hulle front row, ek meen jy het vir Brock en jy het vir Neetling. Dis ook nie, ek meen jy kan nie 'n blinde oog gooi na die manne toe nie. Hulle het ook baie ervaring. So ek dink dit sal definitief ons het definitief 'n kans om te wys dat ons het daarso, maar ek meen jy kan nie net een kant toe skuif nie.
En in julle laaste wedstryd teen hulle het julle eintlik 'n paar strafskoppe gewen in as kan teen Bokke. Dit moet vir julle baie confidence gee vir hierdie naweek.
Nee, definitief. Dit gee ons definitief 'n bietjie confidence hier naweek. Ons het laas keer baie beter teen hulle gedoen wanneer dit by skramtyd gekom het. Maar ek meen soos ek net gesê het, jy kan nie nou blinde oog na hierdie ouens kyk nie. Ek meen hulle is ook goed. Hulle is ook wêreldklas spelers so.
En natuurlijk is dit nie net oor die scrums nie, maar die fisiese stryd sal ook groot wees. Ons weet die Stormers kom baie hard van die lyn af ook in die defense. Hulle is by die breakdowns baie besig daar, so julle moet maar julle man staan in terme van dit en hulle af van die bal aftrek.
Ja, nee, soos ons weet Dion, hy is baie lief vir balsteel. Ek meen, toe Kitsie daar was, hy is ook altyd lief vir balsteel, so ons hou definitief ons oog op hulle. Maar ja, ons sal maar, dit is maar 'n fisiese battle tussen die Stormers en die WP altyd. Dit is noord-suid teen mekaar. So ja, ons sal maar sien.
Net laastens persoonlik vir jou Mornay, jy het nou baie gespeel en gereis al oor die wêreld. Nou het jy 'n bietjie van 'n breek gehad. Hoe voel jy self nou fisies en net mentally ook en nou weer om weer te speel na 'n paar weke se rus?
Ja, ons het so 'n goeie 10 dae gehad dat ons af was. Ja, ek dink die hele squad en ek ook, ons voel baie goed. Almal is weer 'n bietjie honger vir rugby. Klein breekie net om jou kop van dit af te kry. En dan as jy weer terugkom, is jy weer reg daarvoor.
Net laaste vraag Mornay. Net in terme van die weer, die oppervlakte, Loftus natuurlik altyd 'n lekker veld om op te speel, maar sal die reën verskil maak in terme van die scrums veral?
Ek glo nie die weer speel obviously 'n reël. Die weer speel obviously 'n groot rol in die op die dag. So ek voel dit gaan definitief bietjie met die manne se hande speel, maar ek glo nie in die scrums gaan dit soveel. Met Loftus is 'n baie goeie pitch vir scrums en mauls en so aan. Ek glo nie dit gaan 'n groot verskil daarso maak nie, maar dit hang ook af op hoeveel dit op die dag reën.
Just looking back on that previous game, the last game in Cape Town, when you played the Stormers, you obviously managed to get, a few times you managed to stamp your authority at the scrum in particular on the Stormers sort of Springbok props. How much confidence does that give you going into this next game?
Yeah, I think that gives us quite a lot of confidence. I think we can only build on that. And just like I've said, you can't take anything away from Brock and Neetling and them. So, yeah.
And then also looking back on that game, the Stormers looked quite deadly when they had fast ball and particularly counter-attacking ball. How crucial is it going to be to sort of slow that ball down and make sure that they don't have those counter-attacking opportunities?
It's gonna play a big role, and if we can just slow down the breakdown, get our defense line set, and then I think we will be okay.
Obviously, the Stormers Springboks aren't they? Would you not rather prefer to play them more often? And I'm talking about the Springbok front row, Springbok players in the scrums. Rather to know what you expect, because you might meet them in this competition again, rather than now not playing the Springboks. I know that there's obvious reasons why they're not there.
So I think I would prefer playing against them. I mean, they are the world's best. So you keep learning from them. You keep if they try something new, you try to counter it. If it doesn't work, you just work harder on stuff to win the small battles in the scrum. So yeah, I would prefer, but I mean, even if you look at its World Cup this year, you don't know who's going to be in there for the next year. It may be like Gerard, or it may be anybody else that's an upcoming youngster or so, and you would also like to know what they do, because obviously they're going to be there for a reason.
Mornay, how much attention are you guys paying to lock position at this point in time? Because the European teams aren't in action, and they'll be watching this game. I think if I'm not mistaken, it's Lane in Manchester in particular who will have a keen interest in this game, because you win, and I'm not sure where you guys are from points perspective, but you will be inching close to the third place. So how much attention are you guys putting on the fact that there could be a big points reward by beating the Stormers on Saturday?
I think with home ground advantage and everything, I think there is that we're definitely paying big attention to it. I mean, we can finish if we it's what Leinster, Ulster, and Stormers above us.
Yeah.
So we're playing both of them. Ulster away, Stormers at home. So yeah, it's a big emphasis on getting the 5 points this weekend.